Hey, beautiful people. Originally, when I recorded this, it was really just going to be in response to another content creator's video, but it kind of just turned into a who am I, so that's how I'm going to present it. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. Hi. So, I was watching Doe Dash's video about 9 to 5 jobs, and excuse me. She made available 10 reflection questions, and I am just going to mainly read it for myself. But I wanted to record just because I was led to. So you get to be a part of my process. So let's see. Number one, what would I rather be doing with my time right now? Well, right now I am a part of a software engineering boot camp, and it is not where I want to be at all. I think that I'm there because of mainly money. Like that's how you get most things in this world. So, or at least the things that you need to survive anyway. But what I'd rather be doing with my time right now, if money was no issue, I would rather be in my own study, kind of like this background, and I would have my laptop on my lap, going over edits for my future husband's book, while our kids play in the background, and there's a nice breeze. Okay, now I'm just daydreaming. But I'd rather be doing with my time is helping the people that that I love, having the time to and the bandwidth to, being able to just get to where I need to go, to where I want to go too, but where I need to go. Go pay some people a visit, go say hi and pop up, check in, hang out. I'd rather be in my own car, in any car. I'd rather be painting. I miss having the space and the bandwidth to paint and create, express myself. What brings me happiness and peace? The people that I love, creating, doing anything and everything creative brings me so much happiness and so much peace. Spending time with God when it's just us. Walking. I love to walk. And I should really push myself to do it more, because every time I do it, I'm just so glad that I did do it. I just have to take that first step. Where do I see myself in 5 years? 5 years. In 5 years, I could see myself with one child, with another on the way, perhaps, or with 2 already, if we have twins. I can see me being a stay-at-home mom of sorts, but still with my own business, and, well, businesses, because multiple streams of income is the goal, baby. Come on now. Definitely married, like that. The kids come along with the husband first, though. Gotta get the hubby first. And I can imagine myself just in a space with, if not a decent amount of land just yet, I'd like to be on my way there. That is my portion that I'm claiming for me and my future generations. Where do I see myself in 5 years? Closer with my family. Way closer with my family, especially by then. To have been at least, I want to say, in 5 years, I'd like to have traveled to 5 different international destinations. What can I change today to have the life that I want in 5 years? It's a good question. I think that I could definitely change, my eating habits. Eating habits are always so easy. Like, majority of us don't exactly eat the healthiest nowadays, which more and more people are, don't get me wrong, and that is a goal of mine as well. I'm striving to at least eat vegan at least once a week, just, to give my body a break from all of the, but yeah, I would say that my eating habits, but also just actually controlling the things that are in my control. I'm real good at spouting off about the Serenity Prayer. Lord, grant us Lord, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And that is not easy, let me tell you. I need to print that out, hang it up somewhere so I can see it every day, because there has been so much that has been out of my control lately. I mean, obviously there's always a million and one things that are way out of my control, but in my immediate vicinity, a lot has been out of control. So just focusing on the things that I can control is really helpful. So we're gonna get better at that. What else can I change today to have the life I want in 5 years? I think just being more consistent as well. Like, I know that I have ADHD, but there are people who are out here that have master's degrees, master's degrees. Anyway, they have masters and they have ADHD, and I'm just like, I don't know. I would actually love to talk to someone who just has, defied the odds despite just fighting the whole time. Like, I've been fighting for months in this boot camp, and it's been a lot. It's been a lot. I'll leave it at that. What do I feel my purpose or calling is? To help, to fix, or at least to help fix Because I've been in situations where I just assign myself as the fixer and I take on somebody else's issues as my own. We're not doing that again. That is not us. Let's move on. But I really do feel like that's my calling. Just seeing how things fit together and kind of being like, here's the solution. If you want to take a look at it, if you want to consider it, you know. But I am humble, and I have to be, because everybody has their own way of learning and doing things and figuring things out. And even if you do have a different perspective that they can offer, one that might be not better but more beneficial, then, you know, maybe not everybody's ready to. They want to figure it out themselves, you know. You just gotta support them along the way. But I also feel like my purpose or calling is just to hold a mirror to people, kind of show that we're not all so different. We're all way more similar than we are different. So I feel like you can call it masking, but I kind of use that to my advantage so that I can be a mirror to other people. But still, you know, a mirror isn't a perfect image of who you are, because even what you see in the mirror is different than what everyone else sees. So since that is the case, I get to be just another extension. Like, everyone is connected in some kind of way, and I feel like I'm drawn to shine a light on that even. But you know, God is dynamic, and there are many things that He has called me to do, so there's not just one thing, but I'll leave it there. Let's see, what is a bad habit I could change right now? I'm just trying to pick one. What is a singular bad habit that I can change right now? Picking up after myself. That's a big one. Especially when it comes to in my space, when it comes to my area, my room, because I do still live at home. That will change soon enough, but it's one of the things I'm believing in God for. That is definitely something that I need to take care of before He moves me out of the place that I'm in now. So yeah, that's a word right there. Okay. So if I could go anywhere in the world, where would it be? Honestly, I would say Hawaii. Like, it's not even just because it's paradise, even though the U.S. has slowly turned it into just a resort, a glorified resort, which breaks my heart, because the indigenous people can't even afford to live there anymore. So I want to go there I don't necessarily just want it to be a vacation, but I need to know about the culture. I don't know why I've been always so drawn to the Polynesian and Hawaiian culture, just the islander culture, period. I even told my boyfriend that I was like, I'm willing to put money on the fact, or I'm willing to bet money that you have Polynesian in your blood because he is Filipino, and they are islanders. So, and I don't know, like even my I'm not gonna go there. But anyway, I would love to go to Hawaii. And I think that I would also love to take a chance and maybe, I don't know, DNA test kind of got me a little wary, but I would love to know where I'm from in Africa so that I can go there and just step on the ground that, at least is connected to the ground that my ancestors walked on, because I doubt that they could get a very super pinpointed accuracy on where I'm originally from. But I think it would be cool to just go and at least look into the faces of the people that lived there and see if I see myself or a relative, or I don't know. I kind of have this whole fairy tale situation set up in my head, but it's not exactly a fairy tale thing of how I even ended up in America. So I'm not ignorant about that. It's just nice to think about. Reflect on what a perfect day would be like if I no longer had to work. If I no longer had to work, I would still probably work, but just in the ways that I was built to work. I would find some way to teach. I would find some way to care for children. I would find some way to be creative and probably teach or aid in others' creativity. I would, watch my sister's kids so they could get out and live their lives. I would reconnect with my family. I would travel. I would, just try to make an impact. Because if I no longer have to work, that means I got a lot of money. And I'm making the money work for me at that point. So yeah, I mean, if that was the case, I definitely would go the philanthropist route, because I've been thinking for years of just how to help people. And you see so much hurt in the world, and it's hard it's hard for me not to think of solutions, or at least a way that I could help if I hit the lottery, or had some crazy inheritance fall into my lap. But yeah, if I no longer had to work, I would just be able to be me as God intended me to be. That would be really exciting. Reflect on what a perfect life would be like for me. What I just described. Plus a whole bunch of animals, quite a few acres, a few schools, some daycare, some preschools, yeah, I mean, farmland, that's for sure. All the other ideas that I have that I can, that I've just had over the years to pour into others and pour into myself in the process, and let God pour into me so that I have something to pour out. What stops me from believing any of this is possible? My circumstances. Every time. It's hard to turn your daydreams into reality when your circumstances are determined to beat you back into place. So, that has been a struggle, and it's hard to believe in something that feels so impossible, which is why I'm so glad that I have God in my life. Especially when there may be people around you that are determined to be one of those forces to just beat you back into place and their perception of things and how you should live your life. So, that's hard. But I hope this is a step towards getting myself out of the box. I might actually upload this time, even if the quality is bad and I'm using Zoom and a screen recorder to record. Look, I'm using what I got right now, and I have my reasons for using it, so take it up with God, don't take it up with me, okay? But I thank you for your time and your patience, and I will also put the link to this document. Hopefully, well, actually, let me contact Dodash to see if that's okay. But other than that, have a beautiful time. You know what? Have a beautiful life. I love you, and God loves you way, 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 way more.